I started a YouTube channel sharing makeup because I felt like I wasn't feeding that creative side of my mind. That's how I sort of built my social media.
Amy Castano is a Sydney-based beauty and lifestyle influencer turned entrepreneur, known for co-founding the celebrity favorite Ace Zero Gym.
So I went upstairs and it was full of dust. It was a mess. However, I saw what it looks like today. The vision came to me. I'm going to do all these things that I have no idea how to do, but that's exciting to me because I don't know and I get to learn.
Amy, welcome to The House Story.
Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to go through your past and then drive towards the future today. Why don't we start with, who was Amy as a young girl?
I grew up with both my parents in a beautiful house, beautiful family, neighbourhood in Randwick. So I'm very much a Sydney East girl. And yeah, I guess from a young age, everything was local to me. I was very much in my bubble, didn't really see much of the world. My parents worked tirelessly. My dad's in property. My mum worked with him, but also had numerous jobs within hotels. So yeah, I saw them always hustling and always doing their thing. So there wasn't many holidays. My dad also hates flying, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess for me, I was always just stuck in that sort of, this is life in the suburbs. And at 21, I had my first trip overseas with a girlfriend of mine, my best friend. Nice. And yeah, that's when I got to see the world. And now I love traveling and love, doing a lot of things overseas. But yeah, I guess so. I didn't see too much. I was very, closed off and thought that was the world. So I guess within that, I am a very creative person. And throughout those years, my younger years, I always made with what I had and did with what I had. So I'm an only child as well, which means very creative. I have to keep myself entertained, to which I did. When I was younger, I started off, I guess, my first sort of business encounter was helping my dad clean the properties that he was developing. So I'd vacuum them and, get pocket money for them.
So he got you right in there.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what brought my love for business and also seeing him create and then for me seeing it come to life and then what I did to assist with that. I was like, I thought my role was such an integral part of getting the property done. But yeah, and then I had a little paper run. I got a news agency and did the early mornings on a Sunday and, hand out the papers. That lasted 2 weeks. And I enlisted another, kid on the street. And then that turned into more kids doing it, and I was sleeping in on a Sunday. So,
so you got them all just doing it for you?
Yeah, delegation is something that I learned really young.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess high school, university, double degree in e-commerce, finance, and accounting. 6 years.
A lot of effort.
Yeah. And I thought that was everything, the be all and end all.
Yeah.
And then I went in, throughout that as well, and taking it a little bit back, I started working when I was 14 and 9 months. I wanted to just get out there and do things. So Macca's was my first job. And that was great. I got to pack up my friends. I got to take home burgers and nuggets all the time.
That's a big pack at that age.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then, I guess throughout that, retail, like a local gift shop in the suburb that I lived in. And throughout uni, I was a dancer as well. So I did dancing for weddings on the weekends. I was always very, very, very busy and kept myself very busy.
Were you the popular kid at school, or were you sort of the more smart, just focused on studying and learning, or somewhere in the middle?
I would say my year, I went to an all-girls private, but most of the years before me, you could see that segregation. Whereas my year, we had our groups of, you know, different types of people who were friends, but I felt like my year was a special year and we sort of all got along, and there wasn't really there was bullying previously, but towards the year 11 and year 12, it was such a nice experience for me at school, and everyone just got along, and it was, there wasn't really oh, that's the popular group or that's the, you know, nerdy group or anything like that. It was all just everyone sort of put their heads down regardless.
After school, you decided to study. What happens after you finish your studies?
I was working throughout studying, so I was at an accounting firm, and then I went on to apply for different jobs, and I got a job in an actors agency, and I was in the finance team, and that managed all their funds from their jobs, and that was pretty cool and interesting because it's not your average, going into a bank or going into a fund management firm or anything like that. It was managing people's money and these very, very high profile people. So that was a really interesting job and loved it. But then I got to a point where I would finish my work at 10 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Very, very efficient.
Yeah.
And
why is that?
I'm a kind of person that if I have something looming, I can't concentrate. I need to get it done the best way and the most quickest way. But I just like to have things done. Can't leave something. I can't go to sleep without, obviously you're okay, I can do that tomorrow. There's things that you can. But I can't go to sleep knowing that, oh, this is really, overdue right now. I need to, get onto it. Towards the end of that, during that time where I was finishing work at 10 a.m., I started a YouTube channel.
Okay. Sharing
makeup, because I felt like I wasn't feeding that creative side of my mind and that creative side of me. So love makeup and loved, just doing it for myself, sharing it with the world on YouTube, and Instagram came out at that time as well. And that's how I sort of built my social media through makeup and just sharing tutorials and makeup looks.
Why did you go into accounting?
My dad told me to.
Okay.
He goes, you have 3 options.
Yeah.
And he did not want me to follow his path because of the stress and owning your own business, as I know today, how all that comes with it.
Yeah.
It was be an accountant and in finance, a doctor or a lawyer. I had 3 choices and that was it. And they were the only career paths that he, and I think most of that generation thinks there only is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. Why do you think that he particularly wanted you to go and do one of the 3 instead of business ownership? I know you touched on it being a little stress related. Anything else?
Security. He always taught me because I think he saw in me that I was a very independent young woman growing up. So he was like, you got to continue that independency and, make it for yourself and not rely on anyone else.
Talk to me about the makeup channel. What happens with that?
Well, that's still a thing today. YouTube, not so much, but I still have partnerships with makeup brands and more so lifestyle now that I've sort of grown on social media. But that's still a thing today.
What do you think most people don't realise about the beauty industry that would shock them or surprise them?
Oh, good question. It's a massive multi-billion-dollar industry, but also quite small. I think when you sort of get those brands reaching out that are massive, like L'Oreal and Dior and Chanel, and all of those brands that you think, oh, they'd never see me. But they do. I think it's surprising at how massive the industry is, but also so small in the sense that it is reachable and it is attainable, and you know, getting on people's radar is just as easy as sharing a post that you love a product or brand.
Yeah, interesting. What would you tell somebody else if they wanted to get into? Would you class yourself as an influencer?
No.
Okay.
No.
How would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as a slashy.
A slashy?
Yes.
What is that?
So a slashy means I'm a slash. So entrepreneur slash content creator slash girlfriend slash pet owner mum for baby mum.
Okay.
You know, all of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say
Slashy.
slashy.
Okay, I'm going to adopt that.
Yeah.
I'm going to become slashy. Okay, cool. And if someone wanted to do what you're doing, grow a following, build a community online, what would you be telling them?
I get this question quite a lot. And it's changed so much since I started to now. But I think what I would say is just start. I know that's so cliche. I know it is. But it is about just starting, and it is about doing and actioning your intention of what you are trying to do. If it is that you want to become the so-called content creator or influencer or all of those things for growing a following, and what comes with that, it is about sharing and putting yourself out there, and there's no perfect way to do that. It is about just sharing your thoughts, your own thoughts, not anyone else's, because that's what people are going to inevitably be interested in. They want to know about you. They want to know what's in your mind. They want to know your expertise. And I think if you can share that in a way that resonates with a lot of people, that's how you grow your following.
What about people that say maybe they're anxious or scared about putting their whole life online?
Online, it comes with the gig. It really does. It comes with the gig. If you want to, you know, be seen, be found, be heard, and I guess create a movement or gather people in a following sense, you have to put yourself out there, and you can't be afraid of that exposure or judgment, because people are going to judge. They are going to not love what you share, not love what you say, or you get people that absolutely love what you say and agree with you. And I think that part of it is what makes it all worth it. And also, it's your thoughts. You're thinking them.
Yeah.
It's your expertise. It's what you know.
Yeah.
So why not?
So it's really important to be genuine and just transparent and honest with what you share?
Absolutely. I think so. Because anyone else's opinion is their opinion. It's not yours. And your outlook on something or the way you do something is always going to be a little bit more unique than the next person.
How's it impacted your life taking or making the decision to, I suppose, be public with your career, with your business?
I believe that it's impacted it in a sense that it's given me a great platform of opportunity. And I think there is so much opportunity these days. Like if we go back to my dad's thoughts on there was only 3 career paths. These days there's millions. You can create your own path. And that's what I believe, I guess, social media, having an online presence or putting yourself out there online has created, is that you can actually create your own path.
I like that. Tell me about your business. You decided to start 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
About 5 years ago, yes.
Why did you decide to start a business?
Well, prior to that, I also, during university, I had a business. My dad gave me $5,000 to start a business. And it was dresses. So I designed these dresses, no design background at all, but I just loved makeup, fashion, all of those things. I got them made and manufactured and was sending them out of my parents' house while I was in university, and got all the packaging, everything, the full thing. Sold out of the first batch, which was insane. And that was my first encounter of what an influencer can do. One very top influencer at the time purchased one of my dresses, and I was like, I saw the sale and I was like, is that? And then she wore it in Greece.
Wow.
And it went bananas. Yeah. Completely bananas. And that was my first, I guess, encounter with what a influencer could do. That sort of propelled me into, I don't have that business anymore today, but I loved that feeling of producing something that people loved. And that was obviously a product. And what I produce today is a service, which I still believe is a product. And I love seeing people come into the space.
What is the business for those that maybe don't know?
It is a Acero gym. So we have a gym which is private personal training at the moment. And we provide personal training, private boxing, private Pilates, physio, and just the best vibes you'll ever experience in a gym.
Why did you guys kicked it off just after COVID or during?
During COVID.
Why did you decide to do that? That's a big risk to take.
Massive. Yeah. So my partner, Jono, he was working as a personal trainer in another gym. And as everyone is aware that, during COVID, a lot of things had to shut their doors. So he took his business out in the Domain. So he was working out of the park, rain, hail or shine. And during that time, it was very, very cold in winters. And I was doing, because you were allowed to do one-on-one training outdoors, I was doing it with a boxing trainer that got me through the time. And his gym was closed, but there was a space on top of it where another business vacated because of COVID. And he said, do you want to have a look at it? I was like, okay. So I went upstairs and it was full of dust. It was a mess. It did not look anything like it does today. However, I saw what it looks like today. When I walked up those stairs, I was the vision came to me and I was like, this is something that I could do. So I didn't particularly set out to start a business in that time. The opportunity came and we ran with it.
Is it quite scary taking out a big commercial lease?
I mean, everything during that time was scary because it was all new to me. But it was exciting. It was like, wow, I'm like, going to occupy a space. I'm going to build something in this space. I'm going to do all these things that I have no idea how to do, but that's exciting to me because I don't know. And I get to learn, and I get to learn throughout the way.
How do you balance the responsibilities of running a business, content, and then just looking after yourself?
Sometimes I don't. Okay. And I don't think there is a way to balance it. I think there's always going to be something that pulls you more in that direction. Some days or some weeks business is incredibly hectic and we're working on, a massive project at the moment. So that's been a lot of my focus. Content, I feel like I've sort of got it a little bit down pat. So I know what I need to do and I sort of have a schedule, and if I don't know what I need to film or I don't have any I guess, sponsored or partnerships that I need to, I guess, fulfill, then I just fall back on that sort of plan that I've created. And then in terms of personal, I suck at it. My partner lives in Singapore, so I sort of take those, I guess, trips as a little breakaway.
Are you flying to Singapore regularly, or is he flying here?
Yeah, I fly to Singapore probably every month.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's the flight? 6 hours?
It's 7, so it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Interesting. What are you excited for the next year?
Well, as I sort of dropped, we are working on something massive at the moment. But yeah, that's what I'm really excited for. And the groundwork right now, I can tell you, is just responsibility and risk that we've taken on that is just out of this world that I never thought I would be doing.
Yeah.
And it's all because we took that risk in the first place as well.
I'm very excited to see.
Yes.
Now I'm going to be extra.
Yeah. You're going to be stalking me.
Yeah,
so,
literally, just to see what's coming.
Yeah.
What do you think's something that you didn't anticipate going into the fitness industry?
That's a great question. I guess the ever-changing landscape of it. I mean, when I was sort of, when I was growing up, it was always the same sort of thing, right? And it's like you go to the gym, you do your workout, you have a personal trainer, you can go to a class. It was always the same sort of thing. And when we came out with the private personal training space, nobody was doing that really well.
Yeah.
So it was a risk for us to go down that business model and that path, but it's what we knew best. But I think the ever-changing landscape, like the wellness industry has just completely exploded at the moment. And I think that's something that we didn't anticipate.
Especially like holistic wellness, not just your standard gym with a squat rack and whatever else, but now they've got saunas and ice baths and everything else, right?
Yeah, we have saunas in our gym, infrared saunas, and then wellness spaces that are popping up, and then gyms that are doing wellness, and then even gyms and wellness spaces that are doing doctors and, prescribed medication now.
Yeah.
So I think that is just an indication of where the fitness space is going.
Are there any fitness trends that you wish hadn't appeared?
Spin. Only because
It's really hard.
I hate cycle and it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
But it's a great workout.
Yeah.
No, not really. I think everything serves its purpose, and obviously at the moment the wellness side and recovery is such a massive part of training. And I think people are training like really hard at the moment. The trend of, marathons and high rocks.
Run clubs.
Yeah, I think that sort of propelled the other side of it is that, well, if you want to perform really intense, then you have to recover just as much.
How do you balance running a business? Is it just one co-founder you've got?
Yes.
How do you balance splitting roles? Who's going to do what?
It's very clear from the get-go who was in what role. And my business partner, who is also my ex-husband, he was the PT. I'm not a personal trainer at all. So he was sort of the face of the business, and he is a celebrity trainer as well. So he's sort of trained the likes of Richard Branson, Rebel Wilson, Rita Ora. So it was clear what his role was in the business, and also he's a great networker. He would just talk to the wall and get something done. So that's his strength, and I don't have that. So for me, mine's all the finance and I guess marketing and the back end of the business, and that's super clear as to where I sit, where he sits.
If you don't mind me asking, is it difficult still running a business with an ex-husband?
Look, you'd think so, but no. For us, our dynamic has changed incredibly. We're actually better as business partners and really good friends and almost, family than we were as a married couple.
Yeah, sometimes that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people come into your life. We've known each other for over 20 years. About that. And I guess the deep-rooted trust that we have in each other, because we've grown up together, we've seen each other at our lowest, at our highest, and also where we've both come and the hard work that we've both put into it. I think that's created such a bond that we trust each other fully with business, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's so big.
Yeah.
Where do you think, I sense that you've got a lot of determination. Where do you think that comes from?
I've thought about this as well, about myself a lot, because I like to really understand myself and my drives and why I do things. And I think it's started from being incredibly young and seeing my parents do that. But then also I've had talks with, I guess, my partner and also Jono, and we've discussed how him and his brother have had the same, both of them have brothers, how they've had the same upbringing, but they're both incredibly different people. So you could have, that influence from your parents, but I definitely think that it's just come from within me and all the experiences that I've experienced to sort of propel me forward and have that determination within myself.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've got some rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Favorite holiday destination?
Maldives.
Where?
Maldives.
Okay. You're throwing different words at me today.
Yeah.
Favorite artist or song?
J-Lo.
Okay. A habit that you do that most people would find strange?
Down 4 coffees before 8 a.m.
Okay. One or four, actually having
four. Yeah. Well, actually 4 within a reasonable time frame,
Okay.
but before 8 a.m. I usually have 4 coffees.
I'm surprised you're not sitting there shaky.
I'm chill.
And one lesson that's had the biggest impact on you?
I don't know if this is a lesson, but I guess going back to my reasoning of why, I guess being clear and having a clear understanding of why you do things, why you feel things, why you react certain ways. I think in certain situations that I've been through in my life, looking back at them and reflecting, I've now understood why and where I was at and why those emotions or reactions came out. And it makes me more, I guess, controlled in the way that I respond to certain situations now. If it's, an amazing experience or something horrible that's happening, I stay calm throughout it. So I think, understanding that and why I do things.
When did learning about your why become so important?
Through the breakup of my marriage. Yeah, because I sort of had an emotional pullback towards the end of our relationship for about 2 years, and I couldn't understand why. I did personally, and going through that whole journey of figuring out myself and figuring out my values and why I'm feeling this way was such a important part of becoming who I am.
And it's something that you don't get taught in life, how to go through and evaluate or create a value set. And, you know, they don't teach that in school. You just have to kind of figure out who you are and what your values are at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's commodities, what we learn at school. We learn maths, we learn English, we learn, some learn religion. But I think where school probably should move to is emotional intelligence and, you know, all those sort of things relating to connection, because us as humans are not connecting as well as we used to. And that's what people are craving, and that's what we sort of, I guess, drive through our business is that connection and community, because
So important.
yeah, we can sell a product, we can sell a service, but without that human connection, and with AI taking over at the moment, AI can't do connection or have a personal emotional attachment to someone. So what we sort of ingrain into our business is how does our client leave our business and how do they feel? And that's so important to us.
I feel like you've achieved so much in your few years that you've been at this and running your business. Is there anyone that you feel like you couldn't have achieved it without?
Definitely Jono, my business partner. He obviously is the face of the business, but also has brought me through the toughest times. And even though he was a part of the reason why it was a really tough time, I thank him for being able to show me that I could do more and that I could be as strong as I am today, and to show me, well, to give me a mirror and be like, look at who you are and realize that, because he definitely pushes me in ways that I didn't even think were possible.
Amy, if this was your last podcast, what would you want somebody to take away from it?
Oh, that's really sad. I hope this isn't my last podcast.
I hope so too.
Take away. I guess something that I and we sort of, I guess, are really find important is connection and the importance of that, and how you make people feel is what makes them stay. It's not about just the product. Your product needs to live up to how you make people feel, but it's also about having that connection and making sure that's the forefront of your business, because that's what people want to feel, and that's the reason why they stick around, because
It's
of the
so
way
important.
you make them feel.
Yeah. You remember what you feel. Yeah.
Exactly.
Amy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.